So unless you've been out of the loop, the Sims 4 Crystal Creations release has come with a little bit of a disaster. It's broken almost everybody's game in some way. In many ways, it's broken people's games in very serious ways, resulting in save files never being recoverable. So if you've opened up a legacy save file that you've been on for the past few years, well, I'm very sorry to say, but your save file is broken. Lucky you. EA've said that they're releasing some hotfix like patches in order to get it out like ASAP to resolve these problems. But these problems aside, okay, we've been talking so much about bugs and glitches lately, and that's because that's all The Sims 4 is right now. But in a hypothetical world where this game is actually working properly, I actually want to think about the future of Sims 4 stuff packs. Now, just before Crystal Creations, we got the Sims 4 Home Chef Hustle. Now, this was actually made by an entirely separate Sims team. They were a new part of Maxis in, I believe, Germany, I can't remember, or somewhere else in Europe. Anyway, the first pack that they worked on was Home Chef Hustle. This pack didn't bring like an entirely new kind of revolutionary gameplay, but what it did come with is a brand new way to play in a small little package, which I think is what a stuff pack should be. I thought Home Chef Hustle was absolutely great, and that's because I really like Korea's gameplay. So I like the fact that it comes with a food store that you can set up anywhere, and you can sell food from any kind of location in the game, and you can bring any portable cooking device along with it. Like, I feel like it was a very, very cleverly done pack. And most importantly, I actually feel like it had really fun gameplay in mind. A total far cry from a stuff pack like Luxury Party Stuff, which was so tragic. Even a pack like Backyard Stuff, for example, which comes with water slides, which is lovely, but you can watch an animation of your sim going down a water slide, but that's not really gameplay. It's a pretty tragic stuff pack. Home Chef Hustle, on the other hand, gave you a brand new way to play, and I feel the exact same way about the Crystal Creations stuff pack. Bugs and glitches aside, I think it's a really fun idea. There are literally like hundreds of combinations of different kinds of jewelry that you can make. It integrates perfectly in with the base game because it's to do with collecting crystals and metals. It has different ways to enjoy the pack, whether that be giving your Sims new jewelry to wear or enjoying the powers that come with them, or of course you can sell the jewelry. There are lots of different avenues that you can go down with this stuff pack, and again, it completely changes the way that you want to play with the game and gets you discovering something new. Granted, with the two latest stuff packs, the build mode stuff and the Creative Sims stuff was a little bit of a miss in my opinion. Not that they looked ugly, it's just that I don't feel like there was enough, and I don't feel like they were implemented very well. But in general, the gameplay is spot on, and it's having me think about the future of Sims 4 stuff packs and how they can go about doing it right again in the future, because I feel like stuff packs are the only thing going for the Sims 4 right now. Aside from the bugs and glitches that came along the base game with it, the actual stuff packs themselves I think are very good. I asked you guys on Instagram your opinions about a realistic stuff pack that could come up in the future. My mum actually replied and said a dominatrix stuff pack, so that's what she wants. She would like to be a dominatrix. Something a lot of you guys said is a bands pack. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Fuck the shit off. So I may or may not have just spilt my Dr. Pepper Zero all over my desk. Hence why I'm telling you all to shit the fuck off, or whatever I just said. Oh, for Christ's sake. It's all over the floor. Guys, I'm really pissed off. You're pissing me off, and that's because you made me do this. If you did not make me record a YouTube video, I would not have spilt Dr. Pepper all over my mouse pad. I'm very annoyed at you. You should probably go punish yourselves. Look at that. All these wet wipes. I'm using toilet wipes. I'm using toilet wipes. I could have used these for my asshole. Instead, I'm having to use it for my desk. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I hate it. This is, you guys need to slap yourself in the face with this because it was your fault. Well, I hope that was entertaining for you. It was not entertaining for me. Anyways, taking a look at the instruments that we have in the base game, okay, we've got a violin, we've got an acoustic guitar, and if you signed up to the Sims like subscription email thing, you get this ghoulish guitar, which by the way you should do. You can sign up to it, but then as soon as they send you an email, just click unsubscribe and you just get this guitar for free. We got a Freezer Bunny guitar. So these are all the exact same thing. We've got 3 guitars, we've got 2 violins, and we've got a broken mouse, which doesn't work because it's covered in Dr. fucking Pepper. Anyway, we have a grand piano too, and these are all of the base game instruments. Now, City Living came with a digital keyboard, which is basically a piano. They're the exact same thing. We also got an upright piano that came with Growing Together and Horse Ranch. Again, the exact same thing. We got a pipe organ with The Sims 4 Vampires, which I think is interesting and different. But to lay out all the different instruments, we currently have 4 instruments in the game. Now, you're probably thinking, Satch, what about a microphone? We've got a microphone. You can technically sing from this, although you need The Sims 4 Cottage Living in order to sing. If you don't have Cottage Living, then you can't sing. You basically use it to tell jokes. So it's not really like a singing thing, it's just for telling jokes. But let's say you have every single piece of DLC for The Sims 4. We've got kind of 5 instruments, well, 4 instruments and a microphone stand. Now, obviously we're missing drums, which we've had in previous Sims games. I don't know why they haven't introduced drums in the game yet. I really don't. Maybe they just can't be bothered. I don't know. The problem with the concept of a bands pack, guys, is the fact that it requires multiple Sims in order to play musical instruments at the same time. Now, if you've ever played The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories or seen anybody else's Let's Plays of The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories, or not just My Wedding Stories, but even packs like The Sims 4 Dine Out, you will know it's very difficult to get multiple Sims to do something at the same time. This is why I just don't think bands are going to work. What I do think could work, however, is solo live performances as a stuff pack. Now, because EA aren't very, they don't have much ambition, let's be honest, they can actually recycle something that we've already received before, and that is an actual band stand. So this object here, this is a band stand, and this came with a Sim Sessions special event that happened quite a while ago. You might remember it anyway. You might notice that this object has little slots, and you can actually place musical instruments on the slots. In the official Sim Session thing, they actually had an upright keyboard like this. I suppose you could place a guitar too or something on here. Now, unfortunately, the object itself doesn't work. Sims will complain they can't actually get on it. I can set it as my head though. There we go. Bob Pancakes has this thing as his head. Now he's in the way of the actual thing. Run along, sir. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Please leave. We're getting in the way. What this thing does, okay, what it did in this event is a Sim would actually come on here with the piano and they perform, and you can actually get Sims to dance near the stage. So I can get Eliza Pancakes to come over here and get her to dance around the stage. Now, imagine a stuff pack, okay, that came with a remesh of this stand that was actually functional, and you could get Sims to dance near the stage, or you can get them to dance on the stage, well, get on the stage rather, and actually perform by yourself. I feel like getting on the stage and performing by yourself is like the next best thing, and they could just recycle this, which is something that we've literally already got in the game, so they wouldn't even have to try. All I would love for them to do is bring a microphone in the pack so you could sing on the stage, and bring singing into the base game perhaps, and then that would just be an excellent thing for success for this pack. And you could have this bandstand show up in Willow Creek Park, and you could have Sims gather around and watch you and give you tips. I think it would be really great. They could do cross-pack play with Get Famous to maybe get fame from it, and that would be really similar actually to the Sims 3 Showtime. I would say the Sims 3 Showtime was probably one of the worst Sims 3 packs, but it had like a bandstand in the middle of the world where you could perform on. There was a magician, an acrobat, and a singer, I believe, and it was kind of fun. Like, I didn't hate it, but I feel like they could make something like that into a stuff pack in The Sims 4, because it's a very simple concept, and I just think it would work very well. It would give us the ability to be a proper musician as a live career without it being bands, because let's be honest, bands are not going to work, but having one singular Sim do it probably would work. Another really interesting one I've had is more chores, and the reason why this is so interesting is because Sims really do like chores in the game. Even though Bust the Dust is pretty tragic, I actually think being able to vacuum your house is weirdly fun for a lot of Simmers. It's exactly the same with The Sims 4 Laundry Day. A lot of people really like this concept. I've had people mention things like ironing clothes and mowing lawns. Now, there is actually a very good mod, by the way, by Sim Realist, which allows you to mow your lawn. It also allows you to iron your clothes, and it works very, very well. So you literally don't need this stuff pack. Console players are screaming, SatchOnSims, you're console player phobic. You're not thinking about console players. No, I'm not thinking about you. 2. If you are a PC player, you can get the Sim Realist mod and you can mow your lawns and you can iron your clothes. So I feel like we already have that. Another thing loads of people are asking for is for hotels. Now, The Sims 4 For Rent came out with a rental system, and as we know, it's very broken. Could you imagine a hotel system? I think it will be even more broken. And the problem is, okay, the thing that pissed me off a bit is For Rent could have so easily integrated a hotel system into the pack, where instead of having a Sims have an indefinite lease, you basically set it as a holiday lot where Sims can stay in there for a maximum of like, I don't know, 3 to 5 sim days and then they leave forever. Like something like that would have just worked so well in For Rent. I can't believe they didn't do it. People didn't ask for a rental system. People asked for hotels, and they're basically the exact same thing with a few minor tweaks. And we're in this weird situation now where it's like they can't really release a hotel pack because For Rent would just be way too similar. Yet at the exact same time, Simmers would really like hotels. I mean, EA aren't afraid of releasing the same thing over and over again. That's why we got Parenthood and Growing Together, and we got High School Years. That's why we got Backyard stuff and Perfect Patio stuff and Romantic Garden stuff. That's why we got For Rent and City Living. So they're not afraid to do that. But I have a better idea, which is like hotels, but not really. And that would simply be a refresh to The Sims 4 For Rent, which, let's be honest, although it's very simple, it's never going to happen. So I would consider hotels dead gone. We're not getting a hotel stuff pack, expansion pack, game pack. It's never coming. Something somebody said on Instagram is a Disney stuff pack. Now, this I think is a very difficult one to go about because EA does actually work directly with Disney. That's how we got the Sims 4 Star Wars Journey to Batuu pack. It's also why EA also makes Star Wars games too. But it sounds like a really fun idea, dressing your Sims in Disney clothing, Disney themed merch all in the game. I personally think something like that would go really well if you can make like a Disney themed bedroom. And it came with like bedroom furniture, for example. It came with like a dress up clothes where you can dress up as Disney princesses or things like that, or like, I don't know, a Lilo and Stitch backpack. That would work so well. There are 2 issues that come with this though. The first one is Disney Dreamlight Valley. Disney Dreamlight Valley is kind of like a competitor to The Sims, so it feels like there would be a slight conflict of interest there. And the second issue is, what on earth would they put in the pack in terms of gameplay? If it was me personally, I would put Disney themed arcade machines, because Simmers have wanted arcade machines for quite a long time now, and I think it would be a really great way to introduce something like that. Maybe you could win tokens at an arcade machine and trade them for different Disney plushies that you can put in your Sims bedrooms, and it could be a brand new collectible in the game. We actually had something similar to this in The Sims 1 actually, with the Making Magic pack and the Vacation pack, so something like that would work really well in my opinion, but I think it would be a difficult one to maneuver, but I would really like it. Something that somebody else said is a piercings and tattoos stuff pack. Yes, I have an Android, cry about it, I don't care. Shove your iPhone up your arse, I don't care, you've got an iPhone. I have an Android and it's better than your iPhone. Anyway, The Sims 3 actually came with a tattoo artist station, which I think is a really fun idea. Being able to actually like make money as a tattoo artist is such a great idea. All they would need is like a tattoo chair, maybe one that you could set up on a community lot or set up at your home lot as like a at-home tattoo artist. And then Sims tell you what you want, you give them the tattoos, and then you get paid for it, and we get some brand new tattoos in the game. We've already got some in the base game, so it integrates well in the base game. Maybe they could let you also do piercings on this chair and give us some brand new piercings for the game. I just think something like that would work so well. I think something like that maybe might be a bit weird because we just got the jewelry pack, and I guess piercings are similar, but from playing it in The Sims 3, I thought it was fun. Another thing you guys really want is a retirement pack, and I personally would love a stuff pack focus around elders too. We got The Sims 4 Nifty Knitting, which is kind of supposed to be like an elders pack, but only very loosely. I think it would be really fun to have a pack for elders, because we've basically had a pack for every single life stage in The Sims 4 apart from elders, because Growing Together was obviously for infants, toddler stuff was for toddlers, and then we got kids room stuff for kids, and then we got High School Years for teenagers. Basically every single Sims 4 pack is for young adults and adults, but we haven't actually had an elder exclusive pack. What could actually come with that pack? Obviously we get elders clothing, that's a must, and obviously we get some more old-fashioned build stuff, that's also a must. But what would we get in terms of actual gameplay? In the last two Sims 4 stuff packs, as I mentioned before, it was mostly about activities, whether that be making jewelry or making waffles and pizza. So it would be nice to have brand new activities for elders. Maybe lawn bowling, I don't know. But fundamentally, I feel like it should come with like a character update for elders, including some brand new elder specific traits and some elder specific aspirations, because they don't have to directly come with brand new gameplay. Like the Tiny Living stuff pack only came with like a very small overhaul to build mode with like not really any brand new gameplay. I would like an elder stuff pack that came with some minor elder additions, including brand new interactions that only elders could do. Maybe it could come with a bingo night event. Maybe it could come with a system of being able to cook like a traditional family recipe and passing it down. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much stuff actually they could do with elders, which we just don't have in the game yet. That would probably be like my personal number one. I know you're gonna say yours is bans. You guys let me know what you want, but being very realistic. And by the way, did you know it's actually entirely possible to make a retirement home with The Sims 4 for rent? So if you want to know how to do that, watch this next video here and I'll show you exactly the steps to do it. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.